You heard it. Yeah. Acknowledge me. My name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the Ralph Report Pittsburgh edition / Exposed. Tonight, we will expose a squatter in the Carrick section of the city of Pittsburgh tonight, and I got some details on this that you're going to get a real good kick out of this, okay, tonight. I wasn't planning on coming on the air until later on tonight, as you know, at 11:15. Don't forget to tune into the Ralph's Report Wrestling Edition tonight. I'm always on after SmackDown and after the Raw, WWE Raw events as well, okay? And I was going to be on to talk about the, there it is, and I will be on tonight at 11:15 to talk about the SmackDown post-show part of the Ralph Report Wrestling Edition, and that's every Monday and Friday after the both the WWE Raw and the WWE SmackDown events as well. All right, so and don't forget, tomorrow, Saturday, 2:00 p.m. special start time, Night of Champions. I will be on immediately after Night of Champions tomorrow. So I just want to let everyone know, possibly Pensman Sports might be joining me tomorrow, and maybe Brian Pettit. I will reach out to them, see if they're available tomorrow. Also, don't forget, right here on live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X platforms, the let me see if I can get it here. Here we are up here. All right. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. Just got to find it there. There we go. The Saturday Sports Blast Show, 10 a.m. right here on live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X platforms, and the Kick Network as well. And we're also going to be simulcasted live on Pensman Sports on his page as well. Check out his YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and also check out his programming as well. And also Brian Pettit and the Sports Break Media. Don't forget to check out his stuff as well. There you are right there. Sports Break Media with Brian Pettit. All right, don't forget to check him out. All right, before we get started, let's go to the comment section tonight. See who we have here tonight. All right, let's see what we got. Yes, indeed. Get the popcorn popping, get it going, get the sodas pouring. You got it. You know that. Thank you very much for that as well. All right, thank you, Pensman Sports, as always. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, how are you? All right, and also the NHL Draft is tonight. And tomorrow, for the Saturday Sports Blast Show, we will be talking about the first round of tonight's draft, who the Penguins drafted, who everyone else drafted. We got some new ownership of the Penguins. We'll talk about that tomorrow. The NBA draft, a little bit about that as well. Draft day tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Blast Show, so don't forget to tune into that tomorrow as well. And we might slide some Major League Baseball in there if we have some time. All right, and some other, maybe some other stuff. It all depends. Tune in tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., every Saturday morning for the Saturday Sports Blast Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit, and Leo Haggerty. Okay, right now let's get started. And tonight we have a very special sports, all right, I'm sorry, not sports, gee whiz. I got sports on my mind, I got wrestling on my mind, but I need to get the task at hand on my mind right now. And that task is we need to talk tonight in regards to a squatter. Now, I told everybody when I started this show, the Ralph Report Exposed, okay, that I will expose anything, especially when it comes to my friends, my family, my money, and my time, my handicapped brethren, senior citizens, anybody that's getting ripped off by a company or a business or a scam or whatever, or if I find a restaurant that has a, that gives them, and is given, any kind of bad food and you pay a lot of money for it. Okay. All right. No, I am not. I happen to be married to a female, to a very nice woman, by the way. So there you go. I'm not gay. All right. So be careful what you say before. Have your facts straight. That I am not. All right. I'm going to use that term that the Idaho senator once used, the one that got busted some years ago at the airport. I am not gay, nor have I ever been gay. All right. That's what you get for making that comment. Why would you even make that kind of a comment? And you know what? I advise you, please, don't comment anymore. And Pensman, take him off the air. Pensman's my monitor, by the way. Make sure he doesn't come back on. I don't need that kind of stuff. All right. All right. So tonight in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the Carrick neighborhood, city of Pittsburgh, there is a squatter at 117 Birmingham Avenue. So those of you who watched my shows in Pittsburgh or that live in Carrick, 117 Birmingham Avenue, there's a squatter living in there. And he's already done some destruction of private property. This was taken to housing court because, of course, you know, like Flash Sheldon always says on squatters, the police can't do anything. They're as useless as tits on a bull when it comes to this stuff. And what I mean by that is they'll tell you it's a civil matter, or they'll tell you take them to the housing court, just like, you know, anything else. And it just so happens that my friends, well, they're actually my wife's friends, but being that I'm married to my wife, they're my friends too. All right. Went to housing court. Went in front of Judge Matthew Radinsky. Yes, I'm calling you out, Judge Radinsky. You know why I'm calling you out tonight? Because why in the world would you let this guy slide? You are, from what I understand, and I did some reading up on you before I came on the show, you are a progressive judge. Now, see, again, here we are. Again, another progressive. When are the old heads coming back to get rid of some of these progressives out of this town, out of Pittsburgh? Okay? Why would you let this squatter slide? All right? He's already destroyed a video surveillance camera that they have on the property that they can monitor the property. That's destruction of private property. Why hasn't he been removed by the police and in jail? And the police have been there many times. Here we go. I'm calling out tonight, expose the Pittsburgh Police Department for not doing their job. Okay? I'm calling out Mayor Corey O'Connor. Why? Because I'm going to tell you why, Corey. Despite the fact that I even reached out to you, I had my friend reach out to you. My friends reached out to your office, and a CJ got on the phone and lollygagged and danced around the whole thing and did nothing. Nothing. Okay? Exposed tonight. 117 Birmingham Avenue. There's a squatter there. All right, so if you live in Carrick, you might want to go by 117 Birmingham Avenue and tell the squatter that I have exposed him. And if he has a problem, he knows how to find me. And I will continue to expose him, not only just here, but what this has done for me is has given me another segment to put on my radio shows called Exposed. Yeah. I'm going to expose you on the radio. I'm going to expose you everywhere. Everybody's going to know that 117 Birmingham Avenue, there's a squatter there. It's breaking the law. And, you know, if you watch squatters like I do, Flash Sheldon has gone into these communities and states like the state of Washington, who has some ridiculous squatter laws. Philadelphia, of course, on my Philly show, I've eaten Mayor Parker alive at times. Okay? Exposed. All right? Tonight, we expose the squatter at 117 Birmingham Avenue. We expose tonight. And I'm exposing the Pittsburgh Police Department for not doing their job. I'm exposing another media. Well, lately he's been sick. All right? I'm not going to expose him tonight because he's been sick with pneumonia and sepsis. And my friends reached out to this media guy who's supposed to be real good at this stuff. Reached out to Channel 11 News. Rick Earl has not gotten back to them. Okay? And what bothers me about these folks is that some of these people pick and choose who what they want to do. I reached out to this investigative talk show host on many times about different issues. One time did he do anything for me. All right. So tonight, I'm calling out Allegheny County DA, who I've called out before, Steven Zapala. Where are you, buddy? We got a squatter at 117 Birmingham Avenue. I want him out. I want him out of my friend's property now. And I've already reached out to City Councilman Anthony Coghill, and Anthony Coghill knows what I'm capable of doing. And so does Mayor Corey O'Connor, and so does everybody else that lives in Pittsburgh that knows and listens to my radio shows and watches my podcast here, know exactly what I'm capable of doing. Okay? I will spread this everywhere. And I'm going to start a new segment on all my radio shows due to this inspiration called Exposed. Email me, RalphWilliams737@gmail.com. Is there you got a squatter? You got somebody that's ripping you off? You got somebody that's playing games? You got a contractor ripped you off? I will expose them on this show. Exposed. This is unacceptable. You know who else I'm exposing tonight? I'm exposing Nicole Zigarelli. I'm exposing her tonight, the DA of Westmoreland County. How dare you go after my friend, Brian, who runs 814 Predator, who's trying to do you a favor and law enforcement a favor by exposing pedophiles. And tonight you're exposed. And you know why you're exposed tonight? Because you're telling him to stay out of it. Well, I'm glad that Brian is doing something about it. I've had Brian on some other shows that I've had, and I'm going to try to get him on a radio show because I've had enough. Exposed. Tonight, we expose the squatter in 117 Birmingham Avenue. I'm going to tell you something right now, dude. You're done. Okay? You are finished. I am blocking you out here right now. Boom. Gone. Toodaloo. Exposed. And no, I don't like the LGBTQ community. Okay? Because the reason I don't like them is for what they've done to Pat Katina in Pittsburgh, the former president of Allegheny County Council. I'm exposing you tonight because of this guy. You couldn't take your little inch. The man stepped down as president of Allegheny County Council. Now you want to go down there and go, we want Pat Katina to step away from County Council. We want the council to run them out. You can't do that to LGBTQ. No, it has to be done by the voters. You couldn't take the inch, you got to have a mile. Really sad. Exposed. I'm exposing you tonight. Okay? 117 Birmingham Avenue. Exposed. There's a squatter there. I hope that the people in Carrick, Squawk of Beef, call Anthony Coghill, flood his office with phone calls, flood the mayor's office, flood Pittsburgh police. All right? You see this squatter? Tell him, shame on you. You're exposed. Okay? If you know who the squatter is, get him out. Because sooner or later, he's going to get out. Now, my friends have consulted with Flash Sheldon from Squatters. So guess what? He may be coming your way, and you will be out. My suggestion to this squatter right now is get out. Because if you don't get out, guess what? Just keep it up there. I got you. Well, if you would listen, you would know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 117 Birmingham Avenue in Carrick, in the Carrick section of the city of Pittsburgh. There's a squatter there. You know what the name of the show is? It's called The Ralph Report Exposed. Yes, we're here to expose the squatter at 117 Birmingham Avenue. That's what we're here to do. He's already done some destruction of private property. The police have done nothing, which, of course, that's a lot. That happens all the time in Pittsburgh. Okay? All right? Carrick section, city of Pittsburgh, 117 Birmingham Avenue, squatter. I'm exposing you tonight. Exposed. There's a squatter there. You see him? You know him? Tell him shame on you. And tell him I said that. Tell him if he has a problem, he knows how to find me. Because I'm going to expose him until it's done, until he's out. All right? You know what you've done, squatter? You poked the bear, and that's me. You don't mess with my friends. You don't mess with my family, my money, or my time. And when you do that, that's when I have a problem. So, squatter, you're messing with my friends. And now you're going to have a problem. Okay? All right? I've reached out to all my political circles. You're gone. You're going to be out. And if they can't get you out, Flash Sheldon will get you out. Because I'm going to let him know that you're there. Okay? I'm going to let him know. All right? Exposed. That's the name of the show. Ralph's Report Exposed / Pittsburgh edition tonight. Special exposed. And this one's really special because it involves my friends. Okay? Yeah. I don't know why you keep cropping up. I blocked you 3 times. You're done. I don't want to hear from you anymore. When you make statements and comments like that, you're done. See you later. Maybe that's the squatter, and he doesn't like it. That's too bad. That's too bad. I don't care. I'm going to expose you because you're a squatter and you're breaking the law. And these progressives, and this is another example of progressives. I just gave you the judge's name, Matthew Rudzinski. Or Rutsky. Go see him down at Housing Court. Tell him, write him, email him, call his office, burn up the phone. What's wrong with you letting a squatter walk away? What is wrong with you? You know why? He's a progressive judge. So you know what you do? You vote him out. Out. See you later. Okay? When Pittsburgh votes out the progressives, that's when Pittsburgh will fix itself. Okay? Until then, I'm going to be here exposing politicians. I'll expose everybody and anybody. That's why it's called exposed. Okay? I cannot believe that we have this problem, and it's involving my friends, and that's sad. All right. Just some reminders. Don't forget later on tonight on live here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick platforms. The Ralph Report Wrestling Edition tonight. SmackDown Post Show tonight. Oh, wrong. Well, I got to put that up anyway. One more, couple more up there. There we go. All right, now here we go. We got the right one. Ralph Report Wrestling Edition tonight, 11:15, immediately 15 minutes after the ending of WWE SmackDown tonight. The SmackDown post show. We'll talk. I'll give you the card for tomorrow at 2:00. The Night of WWE Night of Champions, 2:00 start time tomorrow. Don't forget about that. And that's on here. It'll be the first hour, which again, I don't get this. ESPN, look, WWE is more important than college softball or college pickleball or badminton or whatever the heck you got lined up. All right. So don't forget that. But that's ESPN for you. I don't work for ESPN, so I don't care. All right. All right. Okay, speaking of tomorrow morning, we have starting at 7 a.m. the Saturday of Ralph Williams, 93.5 The Beach, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. The Ralph Williams Show with me, Ralph Williams. And we have a lot to talk about tomorrow morning. All right. Here on 93.5 The Beach. Don't forget to tune into that tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then later on, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show on 1250 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. And also on the answerpgh.com. There is their banner right there. All right. Don't forget to tune into that. And that's tomorrow at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Here we go. All right. And then don't forget at 10 a.m., and I mentioned this earlier, but I'll bring it back up some more here. Good promotion doesn't always helps. All right. The Saturday Sports Blast Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit, Leo Haggerty. We're going to talk about the NHL draft, the NBA draft, and a few other things tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network. So don't forget about that tomorrow morning as part of the Saturday of Ralph. Actually, it's the weekend of Ralph because I have a show on Sunday, too, which we'll be talking about here in a moment. All right. And then at 2 to 3 p.m., don't forget about the Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree. Ray Fittipaldo will join us, talk to us about the Pittsburgh Steelers and what he's from the Post-Gazette, what they're doing with training, the training camp coming up, OTAs ending, and all this other stuff going on. Right now, they're on vacation. All right. And Ray will be joining us as well as Leroy Johnson, who is the head coach of the Amani Christian High School in Pittsburgh. He'll be joining us tomorrow as well to talk about Amani Christian. They've always been a very good team. Every year they have a good football team. They have athletes that are currently going into college, and going to be at some university. So, and there it is, 1250 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, and theanswerpgh.com for your up. Don't forget to tune in that tomorrow. Call your friend, call your cousin, call everybody, get them listening to the Ralph Williams shows and all of RW Media Productions all across the board as well. And then also Sunday morning, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and soon to be starting July 12th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show with me, Ralph Williams, and an ex-Pittsburgh City police officer and detective, and also ex-former mayoral candidate Tony Moreno. All right, here we go. All right, and that's tomorrow or Sunday morning, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., all part of RW Media Productions. And not only that, check out my website, as you see at the bottom here on your ticker tape, which is www.rwmediaproductions.com. And if you're interested in any sponsorship advertising, all the details are at the bottom on the ticker tape. Make sure you tune into that. And also, we have our QR code. Just punch up the QR code. You're immediately right here on the show with me, Ralph Williams. You're a revolutionary. You're visionary. I am Ralph Williams. And until tomorrow, we'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. right here on our social media platforms. And don't forget the radio shows tomorrow with me, Ralph Williams. That's why I am the revolutionary, the visionary, tomorrow as well, as I just announced. And then don't forget Sunday morning, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show with Tony Moreno. And we are on the Answer, 1250 a.m., 92.5 on the FM dial, and theanswerpgh.com. Don't forget tonight at 7:30. Or I'm sorry, not 7:30. Geez, 11:15. There we go. I got it. Tonight, 11:15. The wrestling edition of the SmackDown post show, WWE SmackDown. We're on every Monday after Raw at around 10:45. We are on as well. But tonight we'll be on 11:15 sharp to talk about tonight's SmackDown and go and possibly go over some of tomorrow's card for the Night of Champions, which will be on at 2:00 tomorrow afternoon. Until next time, this has been another edition of the Ralph Report, Pittsburgh edition and Exposed edition combined tonight. It's great to be back. And don't forget, 117 Birmingham Avenue in Carrick. There's a squatter there. All right. And I know maybe some of you don't care, and that's up your wheelhouse. But you know what? I'm coming to get him. I'm coming to get him. All right. I'm getting him tonight, right here on this program. I've exposed the squatter at 117 Birmingham Avenue in Carrick, section of the city of Pittsburgh. So if you live in Carrick, you know where 117 Birmingham Avenue is. You see the squatter? Say, hey, get out of there. All right. Or you might go down there like some boob and go, yeah, I'm glad you're staying in there. Screw the landlord. Well, you know what? That's wrong. What would happen if you had a house? You own property. You know, there's destruction of private property right there. Of course, he won't be charged because we got progressive judges. You know, oh, and Magistrate King's another one. Where are you at? How come you're not doing anything about this? You're the magistrate up in Carrick. Where are you at? Oh, it has to go to housing court. No, do something about it. Reach out to somebody. Come on. Come on. Richard King? That's right. You're exposed tonight, too. Exposed. Everybody gets this tonight because you know why I exposed you tonight. And you deserve it, too. All right? You really deserve it. There you go. You deserve every minute of that. All right. Until next time, I'm Ralph Williams. I'll talk to you later on tonight right here on our social media platforms for the SmackDown Post Show. Until then, have yourself a good one, and please, by all means, be safe. Thank you.